Every time you type, your fingers are doing more work than they should. It's not because you're bad, and it's not something you can just fix with practice. It's because your keyboard was never designed to help you type faster. It was designed to slow you down. On purpose. And somehow, that decision is still affecting how your hands move today. Look down at your keyboard. QWERTY. It feels normal. But try something. Next time you type, don't think about the words. Just watch your hands. They stretch, hesitate a little, and take paths that don't really make sense. You've felt that before. That tiny bit of friction. You just ignored it. Most people do. Because after a while, it starts to feel like that's just how typing works. And the reason it feels that way goes back a lot further than you think. 1870s. Small workshop. Metal parts everywhere, ink on everything. And one guy, Christopher Latham Scholes, trying to build something simple. A machine that writes. You press a key, and a letter appears on paper. That's it. And for a moment, it actually works. Which is exactly when things start to go wrong. Inside the machine, every key controls a thin metal arm. You press one. It snaps upward, hits the paper, and leaves a letter. Simple. Until you press another key too quickly. Because those arms don't take turns. They just move. And when two move at the same time, they crash hard, metal hitting metal, in a space that wasn't built for it. And when that happens, everything stops. Completely. So you reach inside, pull the arms apart, reset it, and try again. And then it happens again. And again. And again. You start thinking maybe it's you. Maybe you're just going too fast. So you slow down, a little more this time, more careful, more deliberate. You press each key like it actually matters, and for a moment, it works. So you try again, a little faster this time, and for a second, it feels like you figured it out, like you found the rhythm. And then it jams again. Worse. Back inside the machine, pulling metal apart again, resetting it again. And now you're more careful, but also more frustrated, because you can feel it. The machine isn't keeping up with you. It's holding you back. And without really noticing it, you start adapting to it. You're not typing the way you want to type anymore. You're typing the way the machine lets you. After a while, you start slowing yourself down. Not because you want to, because you have to. And this is where things start to go wrong. Because at this point, the problem is obvious. You can see the cost, and the solution should be obvious. But it isn't. Scholes had a choice: fix the machine or change the way people use it. You'd expect better engineering, stronger parts, a redesign. That's not what happened. Instead, he changed the keyboard. At the time, it was alphabetical, simple, easy to learn, and fast, too fast. So he started moving letters around, separating common combinations, breaking up natural movement, slowing things down just enough to stop the machine from jamming. And over time, that becomes something we still use today. QWERTY. And what he was really doing was changing human behavior. And over time, that behavior goes deeper than you think. At this point, you're not really using QWERTY. It's shaped the way you type. Your fingers just know where to go. But look closer. They're constantly correcting, adjusting without you noticing, compensating the whole time for a system that was built for something else. And once that change is in place, everything else follows. The machine works better. Not perfect, but good enough. And once something is good enough, people stop questioning it. They don't ask if it's the best. They just use it. And that's where things lock in. Because there was another path. The machine could have improved. And if it did, typing would probably feel very different. More natural, more direct. You wouldn't be thinking about keys at all. Your hands would just move the same way your thoughts do. Short words would feel instant, like they're already there before you even finish typing them. Long words wouldn't slow you down. Common patterns would just happen. You wouldn't have to correct as often. You wouldn't hesitate between letters. It wouldn't feel like typing anymore. It would just feel like thinking. But that's not what we built. We built something else instead. So instead, something else had to change. And it did. It wasn't the system that changed. It was you. People practiced over and over until typing stopped being something you think about and became something your body just does. And once your body learns something like that, it's hard to undo. And once it spreads beyond individuals, it becomes something bigger. Schools teach it. Offices depend on it. Entire systems are built around it. Now, it's not just a keyboard layout, it's infrastructure. And infrastructure doesn't change easily, because changing it means retraining people, rebuilding systems, slowing everything down, at least for a while. So even when better layouts show up, they don't replace it, not because they're worse, but because this one is already everywhere. And then computers show up. No metal arms, no collisions, no reason to keep things the same. This is the moment everything could reset. But it doesn't. We copy it. Exactly. Same layout, same structure, same inefficiencies. Because people already know it. And changing it feels harder than keeping it. So the original problem disappears. But the solution stays. And now, it's everywhere. Your phone, your laptop, every message you send, every search you make, every time you type a password and have to do it again, even though you know it was right. That small friction you feel. That's not random. That's the system. And because it feels normal, you don't really notice what it's costing you. But it adds up, not immediately, but it's there. Every extra reach, every small adjustment, every time your fingers travel farther than they should. It's tiny. But over time, it compounds. Minutes turn into hours. Hours turn into days. And it's not just time, it's attention too. Because every small inefficiency pulls just a little bit of attention away from what you're trying to say. You're thinking about the words, but part of your brain is busy navigating the keyboard. You don't notice it, but it's always there. And that's where it starts to lock in. Because once something feels familiar, you stop seeing it. It just becomes the way things are. And at that point, changing it doesn't feel like an upgrade. It feels like effort, like unlearning something. That's already part of you, and most people won't do that. So the system stays, not because it's the best, but because it's the one that stuck. So next time you're typing, and your fingers stretch just a little farther than they should, pause. That hesitation, that tiny correction, that's not you. That's history, still running in your hands. You didn't choose this system, you inherited it. And if something like this can become permanent, what else are you using every day? That wasn't really designed with you in mind. And once you see it, It's hard to unsee it after that.